Happy Friday. It's at least sunny in my apartment, so happy Friday. We're here for the last edition, second week, fifth day. Man, we're all messed up here. Week 2, Chamber Chat, day 5. Happy Friday to everyone. We're joined especially today by two folks. We're kind of doing a special gallery view here of Chamber Chat with Amber Durham and Mike McAllister from Professional Network Services. To both of you, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Let us know how everything's going. Amber, how's everything going in your world? Certainly different times. You come to a lot of our networking events, and we just spoke off air how this is just different. You're not able to enjoy those networking events. So how are you doing? And then Mike, if you want to fill in after that.
I'm doing well. No COVID-19 here. I have now been self-quarantined we're going on 5 weeks. So doing very well, but adjusting has been very difficult. I'm not going to lie. I am so used to the networking events, the socialism, being out in the public, that being confined has been difficult. But these meetings are what makes everything go on right now. So I'm definitely appreciative that you guys are able to have us on today, and that way we can talk a little bit about professional network services and how we can also help service the community throughout these times right now.
Great. Mike?
Yes, same thing. It's been a challenge because I'm used to being at a lot of events and, being out, meeting people, and that's been the hardest thing. But we're doing well. We're very busy. And we're just trying to get through, the next few weeks and make sure that we are delivering what we need to deliver to our customers.
Absolutely. And I ditto both of what you guys saying from the chamber side. Of course, all of our events are postponed until further notice, as you've seen. And, for myself as director of membership and everybody on our team in Austin, our communications manager, we want to be out there with our members and talking to them and doing these videos face to face, but we're adapting and changing and serving the best we can. So you guys offer a ton of services in a normal world, one being remote access and wireless this and wireless that. You guys just have such a book of services that talk a little bit about, are you adding anything new? Is there anything because of this you've had to change? But the services you guys offer kind of are able to set your clients up for, I don't want to say these unprecedented times, but challenging times that it gives them kind of a relief that they have you as a client or have you as as a service. So talk a little bit about that.
Well, that is the core of what we do. I mean, we are here to provide customers with the ability to work remotely, to work in different situations. That's a big part of what we do, especially with our telephone services. Part of what we do there is provide opportunities for them to work remotely, to have this kind of coverage. So, and Amber's done a great job with the customers that she has of really getting out there. And, we're trying to work specifically with customers, make sure they have what they need. But then we also are working with new customers. And another piece of this is we are finding a lot of opportunity with people who need cabling, who need access services, and also they need cameras. As that part goes through, we're trying to work with them and making sure they have what they need.
Great. Amber?
Yeah, and to add on to exactly what Mike was speaking to, I think one of the biggest things that I've been really trying to promote and put out there is some knowledge base around working from home and working from home success. Because a lot of people right now are using their work computer, or they are working on using their work computer. So it's understanding how you can work from home and be able to protect yourself and all of the information right now that you are being that you're gathering at your house. So for me right now, big thing is just sharing the information and the knowledge that we know, and it's not necessarily providing a specific tool, but just being there to support and help people.
Right. Okay. So I guess I'll have this question for you. Mike, what would be your best piece of advice for folks from the security side, since you mentioned that's been important to your clients? And then Amber, when he's finished, why don't you give everybody your best piece of advice for working from home? So Mike?
The biggest thing is security. When you are working from home, you have to be doubly careful, not just like you are at work, but even more so, because you're at home, you have kids touching the computer, you have a spouse touching the computer. You just have to be incredibly careful about the security around what you're doing, not sending out things that are that may be problematic. You just have to, you really have to own that space.
And Amber?
Yeah, and to play off of that, just some little helpful tips. We look at making sure that you're not using thumb drives. Worst thing ever right now. Also, just making sure that you are sending out emails that are encrypted, so that way things are going through, not personal information. You're also not utilizing your work computer for home purposes as well, because that information can get out there. And next thing you know, you are subject to a cyber attack. Another thing that we're really looking at right now is password protection and making sure that you have a two-factor authentication. And a good link that's free for a lot of people is Dashlane, DASHLANE. And you only have to have one main password, master password, and then that will help you gain access to everything else. But it's harder for somebody else to be able to attack your computer and all of the information that's in there. So those are just some of the big key things that I think that we're really trying to promote right now. Another thing that I want to touch on is Windows. So if you have Windows 7, please do a Windows 10 upgrade. It is free, Microsoft. This will really help also with making sure that you are being safe and secure, because if you do updates on Windows 7, then you are subject to malware as well.
Okay, great pieces of advice. So kind of recap on what you both said. Security is extremely important from working from home. Just making sure that the right encryption and the right access, you're using it properly. You mentioned Dashlane, which I think is a great thing to pass along.
Yes.
And the Windows, upgrading from Windows 7 to Windows 10 is extremely important. So thank you both for sharing all that information. Amber, for folks to learn more about Professional Network Services, what's your website and where can folks go to contact you all?
Yeah, you can just go to www.pnsinc, which is inc.net, and you can just put in some information. There is a link for you to, or there's a portion on the website that you can add in information, or you can just call in and to the office and then press 5. If you press 5, you're going to get me, Mike, or Don, one of us in sales. So, and we're here to help.
Okay, great. So pnsinc.net. And then for all those folks watching, you can access Professional Network Services directory page right on the Roanoke Chamber site at roanokechamber.org, and then directly get to them as well to learn more from Amber and Mike and the staff there. So thank you both for joining us this morning. A lot of
That's
great
good.
information, pertinent information, important information, and we encourage you and your staff and your families. Encourage everybody to stay safe. That wraps up week 2 at Chamber Chat. We'll be back on Monday. Looks like the weather's not going to be too great this weekend, but enjoy it anyway, and we'll talk to you next week. Thanks so much.
It's Friday.